Hey, so here is my question for you for the day. Do you have any special skills or talents? And I'm betting you do. This is John and Jeannie from The Life of Pretty. You can follow us online at lifeofpretty.com. So, want to talk a little bit today about using our skills and our talents for the better good and for ourselves as well. So, Jeannie here has been coordinating for what? How many years, Jeannie?
2009 was the first pickup from all the different elementary schools.
All right, so we're doing about 10 years of Cards for Vets, and it's actually called Cards for Our Vets program, but you can actually find it on the website, and I'll drop a link below in case anyone wants to look at that. So what is the general purpose of Cards for Our Vets?
Making sure that there's no vet out there that feels like they're forgotten. To have our children acknowledge and notice that or know about these gentlemen and women who've given their lives to protect our country.
All right, so just roughly how many area schools do you have involved doing this?
About 11,
So,
just in Montgomery County.
all right, so and that's Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. We're actually not far from Valley Forge, and we do this for the Coatesville Veteran Affairs Medical Center. And I know that it's just been a blast every time we've gone. We hit everything from the general great room that they call it, where they do the movie day and movie night, and the random points throughout. They're not random, they're actually structured points throughout the year, major holidays, typically. And about how many cards did we take the last time we were there?
About 610.
So over 600 cards to make sure everybody gets one, which is absolutely amazing and fantastic.
And very artistic children we have in our school systems these days. And watching the smiles on these vets' faces is amazing.
So, and I know my take from this is, aside from the smiles on the vets' faces, it really gives a good sense of community for the kids, being able to take part through their, whether it's the library or their school or whoever it is, that these kids are able to do something and learn a little bit more civic duty just to take care of the people who have fought to keep their freedom. Would you agree with that?
I'd agree with that definitely, because it makes such a difference knowing that people are thinking about them.
And the way that the school systems have really stood up to back this has really been tremendous. They make sure, even a couple times when we were kind of short notice, that this got done. But this has been Jeannie's pet project now for 10 years. And it's really, really made a huge impact. I'm betting, for those of you who are kind of wondering, but I don't really have any special gift, I don't have any special talent, what are your interests? I can tell you right now, our daughter just graduated high school, and part of the high school curriculum required that she complete a certain number of community service hours. So she went in, and Jeannie, you want to tell them where she was actually working there? So it's Arden Court.
Manor Care, the unit that takes care of the Alzheimer's patients. And she loved it. She loved talking to the ladies and the gentlemen that were over there. And they were very outspoken and energetic.
So she didn't have any special gifts or talents that she had to use there. It was really kind of a thing that she had to do it. But I know that just even the first day that she came back, the first thing that she was telling us was all these people by name, and it was nice and good. Private friendly, some of the antics that go on. Absolutely joyful to see the things that she actually enjoyed getting out there and volunteering.
And they also asked her when she was coming back at the end of each shift that she was there. So
It's just really a lot of fun to do and volunteer, and you want so many things as well. It's not just about what you're doing for someone else, but just the sense of character that you're building for yourself when you do this can be absolutely fantastic. So me, my skill set, I guess you can say, is IT. I'm a technology guy by trade, and I like to build websites and videos and things and put the pieces together. I am empathetic. I'm just not always the most social person, but that's where my wife comes in. She has the social heart. She likes to go out and do those things. And the thing that I would challenge you to do, find something that you're passionate about. You don't necessarily have to be great at it. Nobody's asking you to be the Michael Jordan, the LeBron James of whatever it is. But there's organizations out there that can use your help, or there's things that you can do on your own. How many times have we seen somebody who started just a clothing drive to help the homeless?
The homeless or the domestic violence shelters.
Do you quilt or soap and you make a blanket for somebody? It doesn't always have to even be a mass scale thing. If you help one person and your charity is one at a time, there's such a great feeling. No amount of money you could ever make can even compensate for it. How much money have you made total since you've been doing the Cards for Our Vets?
Knowing that I've made a difference in those gentlemen and women's lives is what made my passion stronger.
And that's really what it's all about. I know we recently watched a TED Talk, and I don't remember the young lady's name that gave the talk, but she was talking about that she had given to charities for a number of years, and I believe it was in Canada. But then she and a few friends got together to be part of this place is actually helping underprivileged people who were coming into the country. I believe they were refugees. And what she found out in doing it, though, is it wasn't just a financial contribution. They actually got involved and did some hands-on work. And that is what really drove it home for how passionate it can be when you're not just giving a few bucks. So, my thing is we're not loaded rich people here. We're normal people, just like most everybody out there. And the things that we do, we're not doing them for the money. Obviously, we have to earn a paycheck, and that's something that we do unrelated to the charitable giving. But Jeannie's done this out of her heart. I'm not just plugging the program, although check out Cards for Vets on the lifeofpretty.com site. Not that I'm plugging that or anything, but please check that out. But the simple fact is there's so much that can be done, and it's just one example. Whatever you enjoy doing. Any ideas for what people might be able to volunteer with?
Well, I know I just recently saw Meals on Wheels looking for volunteers. There's always women's shelters, homeless shelters.
And we were looking up the Salvation Army the other day just to kind of get a better grasp on what they do. They're obviously a religious organization, but they are actually international. I always thought they were U.S. based, but it turns out they are actually formed in the U.K. and they obviously have a huge American and a worldwide chapter, set of chapters for that. But there's volunteer agencies out there everywhere. If your skill is that you can run cabling wire, there's somebody out there that can use your help. And there's just so many people. What kind of centers?
Youth centers.
Oh, youth centers, yes. Any kind of a youth center, you can go out and help. And a lot of times you don't even have to do anything special. If you're going to an elderly home, you can actually just spend time with people.
And I love it.
There's someone that we go and visit frequently. She's a little bit older. She's in a nursing home now. And when we go out there, all they do is sit, sleep, and play bingo. And I will tell you, bingo, you would almost think was going to break out into a fist fight sometimes. It's fun to watch them. But there's so much more to it. It's just the ability to spend time with people. I would say that's sometimes, especially for somebody who's shut in. Do you have someone shut in near you? And you can go and just listen to their stories, listen to them talk. Sometimes that is one of the greatest charitable gifts you can give, and you can learn so much out of it as well.
And you're not only making a difference in their life, but you'll notice in your own feelings about situations in your own life, you notice a big, huge difference.
That's true, and never assume that you actually understand where someone else is coming from. We look around us all the time, and I know for years I've walked around blinders on, and I see someone on the street, and I either have in the past judged them and said, oh, this person just put themselves in this situation. The reality is you never know, and when you decide to step up and make a difference in people's lives, you don't know who you're touching out there. You might be truly, by the one little thing that you do, the true difference between a horrible day and a day where that person eats. You might be the one thing that helps them get a couple bucks to go see their kid, whatever your situation is. And I'm not always a big fan of giving to panhandlers, and we'll do another video at another time about that. And there's reasons for that. But whatever you decide to do to help somebody, that's going to carry over. You're going to make a gigantic difference in their life. And I will tell you right now, the reciprocal part of that is that you're going to feel so much better just by making a difference.